But seriously though, guys, write your comments down below. Please subscribe to Sportside. Thank you. Sportside Productions. The hype train that is CU football is just that, hype. Simply put, where I'm from, in good old boy terms, Colorado is all hat and no cattle. They don't have years of continuity as a football team. They have not stacked 10-win seasons over the course of a decade. They have not stacked talent over the course of 2, 3, 4 recruiting classes in a row. They have not gone to other teams in other states and beaten them on the road. They have no conference title skins on the wall. They have no wins, major wins of which to speak of. They went 1-11 last year, with their one win being a pick 6 against Stanford. They are a terrible, terrible football team. They were in 2022, and they are going to be in 2023. Usually teams that receive this much hype, this much publicity, is going to be the Alabamas. It's going to be the Georgias. It's going to be the Notre Dames, the Texases, the teams that have over the years that have proven and play in and play out that they deserve to be there, that they actually have some continuity, that they actually have some substance to their program. It's just not all about one man being all hat and one cattle, going around during the spring game talking about his players. If you saw the spring game, it was more of an interview on Deion Sanders more than what his players were actually doing on the field. His running backs, to me, look like 165 pounds instead of the 215-pound rushers that you need day in and day out. The spring game was an absolute joke by my estimation. Deion was talking about this is not the team that you're going to see come Sundays. This is not going to be the team that you're going to see come Saturdays, come fall. This is exactly the team that you're going to see come Saturdays, come fall. A mixed bag of mixed recruits that have not spent any time on the CU campus, that have not been in the Rockies for much time at all. It's just a collective group of collective players all coming together to make one sort of breakfast, right? And that hasn't really been done before. Normally you have to stack talent over recruiting classes year in and year out. But that's today's football. That's today's modern college football. That is the new model with the exit portal, right? Players are able to transfer in and transfer out. But they are having mass exodus while having no continuity. They're having turnover within the turnover. Players that they have gotten in to come into their campus through the portal have already transferred out. Juwan Johnson, the highest rated player on their board, they had committed to the program in the class of 2024, and top 200 athlete prospect, decommitted. And when did he decommit? He decommitted just after seeing the product on the field on campus. He decommitted just after seeing what the program was all about. Johnson decommitted after the spring game, after he was on campus hanging out with the future players, not the future coaches, the future players and coaches. He saw what was going to be on the building. Just a mixed bag of players coming together for the hype train that is Colorado football. Wins. Let's check out that 2023 schedule for the Buffs and the number of wins they'll have in the season. Last year, the Buffaloes went 1-11 with their one sole win being on the road against Stanford. It was a lucky pick 6, but a win is a win, and 1-11 they went. The Buffs opened the road this year against Sonny Dykes and TCU on the road, and you can say whatever you want against the Horned Frogs, that they are a team that lost their quarterback, lost a lot of players to themselves, to the draft, and to senior eligibility. But the TCU Horned Frogs do have that tradition of continuity. They did go to the college football finals as a team last year, and TCU is absolutely going to skull drag Colorado at home. The Buffs' best chance of getting a win in the season is going to come against Colorado State, where they play at home against the Rams, where they will be favored to win the game. Coming up next is going to be the Trojans of USC. Caleb Williams and Lincoln Riley are absolutely going to roll the Buffaloes. Stanford is going to be looking for revenge as the Buffaloes are going to go 1-3 by my estimation. Oregon State, and you can say whatever you want about them, but they did go to the bowl game last year, and the program is under good coaching staff, so I do see that is going to be a win, if not a toss-up 50-50, as the Colorado Buffaloes are going to be at home. My overall theme here, if you're a betting man when it comes to the Colorado Buffaloes, for season win totals, take the under. Washington State here is going to be another 50-50, sub 50-50 ball game for the Buffaloes. Up next, at home against Nebraska. And Matt Rule, talking about spring games and new head coaches, they actually have athletes that are in there that have been in their program with thick rear ends and legs and have muscles that are going to move the line and make impact plays at the line of scrimmage. The Colorado Buffaloes do not. And Matt Rule on the road is going to beat the absolute brakes off the Buffaloes in year one. Moving on to Oregon, and Bo Nix is going to be on his Heisman campaign and is going to be absolutely going to roll them. Colorado could be a win against the Arizona schools, absolutely not going to lie, but the Buffs are on the road, so you can call this one as you want. UCLA, the Bruins, that's going to be a big, giant L. The Buffs are going to be taken home to Boulder. Arizona, Afro mentioned, I did talk about the Arizona schools as an opportunity to pick up a win here as Colorado does face them at home. But ending the season, the losing season, where I have the Colorado Buffaloes going 2-10, is going to be against the Utah Utes with their senior star, Cam Rising. He is a stud, looking to go pro. Fifth-year senior, sounds like he's been on campus forever, but the Utah Utes are probably going to beat the Buffaloes by 40 points at home in the snow. So what are your thoughts on Deion Sanders and CU football? Do you think it's a hype train led by Deion Sanders and his mission to get his son Shedeur into the league? Or do you think he actually wants to do something positive there in Boulder and build a foundation for years to come? But seriously though, guys, write your comments down below. Please subscribe to Sportside. Thank you. Sportside Productions.